This meeting is hereby called to order. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of Senators J.B. Ejercito and Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, members of the Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs. With that, the Chair declares the presence of a quorum. Thank you for attending today's hearing. Today's agenda is the privileged speech of Senator Jingo Estrada, delivered last August 29, 2023, on the road rage in Quezon City involving a biker and a dismissed police officer, as well as proposed Senate Resolution number 763 by Senators Pia Cayetano and Senate President Subiri. Proposed Senate Resolution number 764 by Senator Ejercito. And lastly, proposed Senate Resolution number 769 by Senator Tolfo and Senate President Subiri on the rampant road rage incidents in the country. At this point, may I request our committee secretary to acknowledge the presence of our guests and resource persons present in today's hearing. Kumsek.
Thank you, sir. We acknowledge the following guests who are present right now. From the DILG, we have Yusek Juan Victor Llamas. Morning, sir. From the LTO, we have Assistant Regional Director Hans Lee Lim and Attorney Dennis Barrion. From the Philippine National Police, we have Police Brigadier General Nicolas D. Torre, former District Director, Quezon City Police District. We also have Police Brigadier General Rodolfo Castil Jr., Acting Deputy Director, QCPD. We have Police Brigadier General Nino David Rabaya, Director, PNP Retirement Benefits and Administration Service. We have Police Brigadier General Rossi Alvarado. We have all other policemen who are with us today, sir, but they are seated at the back, sir, which we can call later, sir. From the National Police Commission, we have Commissioner Ricardo P. Bernabe III. Morning, sir. From the cycling group, we also have Attorney Raymond Fortun. Sir. We have the chair. We have the group Philippine Advocates for Road Safety, represented by Mr. June Estalio. We have the co-convener of Move as One Coalition, Dr. Robert C. Ba't di siya nakaupo? Okay. Sige. Okay. We also have Miss Nicole Ann Covarrubias. We have the co-founder of Electric Kick Scooter Philippines, Mr. Timothy Tim Vargas. We have DOST Balik Scientist in Transportation Planning, co-founder, Solving Traffic in the Philippines, Dr. and Engineer Cyrus Gomari. We have Mr. Ira Cruz, Alt Mobility Philippines. We have the representative of Calyetista, Miss Mia Bunao, sorry. We have the co-founder of Renacimiento Manila, Miss Bea Dolores. We also have Barangay Captain Antonio Bento Calma from Barangay Don Manuel, Quezon City. We also have Mr. Earl Bandiola We have also with us Mr. Alan Bandiola. Morning, sir. Sino pa?
Sandali.
Ah,
Kumsek,
meron pa, sir.
Earl Banjula, how old are you? Pindutin mo.
I'm 18 years old, sir.
18 years old. Kailan ka nag-18?
Last year, turning 19 na po.
Magna-19 ka na. Okay. So hindi ka na minor de edad, ha? For the record. Thank you, Kumsek.
Sir, meron pa, sir. Sorry. We also have Attorney Beatriz Aurora Cancio from Napolcom. Yes. And for the record, sir, we have received several position papers. From the Philippine Advocates for Road Safety, the other one from Dr. Engineer Cyrus Borja Gomari. The third position paper is from Electric Kick Scooter Philippines, and the last one that we have received is from the Move Us one, sir. Previously, sir, we have received two medical certificates from Mr. Wilfredo Gonzalez. The first medical certificate is just a plain medical certificate. Then last Saturday, he submitted a medical certificate which is notarized, sir. And 30 minutes ago, sir, we were informed through Attorney Peralta that he is now in EDSA and he will be coming over in this hearing, sir.
Very good. Kala ko ayaw mag-attend dahil mayroong sakit. So okay pala, coming na siya.
Yes, sir. As per his information a few minutes ago, sir. 30 minutes ago, sir.
So palapin mo, ha? Palapin mo para
Yes, sir.
hindi pa makaalis yung mga may tatanong ng mga senador, dapat andito na siya.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So okay na tayo?
Yes, sir, mag-oath na lang yung mga witnesses later, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Kumsek. On May 29, 2013, Republic Act number 10591 or the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act was approved into law. Its declaration of policy states, and I quote, "The state also recognizes the right of its qualified citizens to self-defense through when it is the reasonable means to repel the unlawful aggression under the circumstances, the use of firearms." Malinaw po ang nakasaad sa batas. Ito pa ay nasusulat sa wikang maiintindihan ng mga ordinaryong mga mamamayan. When is it justifiable for citizens to use their firearms? When and only when it is the reasonable means to repel unlawful aggression. When we take seriously the prevailing jurisprudence and policies on the regulation of firearms and ammunition, andito ba taga-EPO? Direktor ng EPO. Andito? EPO. Lucas. Oh, ang layo mo. Umupo ka dito. Umupo ka. When we take seriously the prevailing jurisprudence and policies on the regulation of firearms and ammunition, we can come to an agreement that gun ownership is indeed a privilege and not a right. And privileges demand satisfaction of qualifications before they can be granted. Gun ownership, therefore, presupposes a sense of responsibility. Ipinagkakaloob lamang ang pribilehiyong ito sa mga nakapagpakita na sila'y karapat-dapat magmay-ari ng baril at nauunawaan nila na may kaakibat ito na responsibilidad. Mr. Wilfredo Gonzalez was among those granted the privilege of gun ownership. On August 8, 2023, he was caught on camera in the middle of a traffic altercation and unfortunately, he could not control his anger. Mr. Gonzalez stepped out of his vehicle, struck a cyclist, pulled out his gun and cocked it. And in a blink of an eye, their lives are now forever changed. Hindi po hukuman ang Senado, Hindi namin magagawang mga senador na magpataw ng parusa laban kay Mr. Willie Gonzales o kay Mr. Alan Banjola. Ngunit ang magagawa ng komiting ito ay mailantad ang katotohanan sa nangyaring insidente sa pagitan ng isang siklista at dating pulis. Mula rito ay nais nating makabuo ng mga rekomendasyon sa pagsulat ng mga bagong batas na mangangalaga, hirap itong Bisaya sa kaligtasan ng bawat isa sa ating gumagamit ng ating mga pampublikong mga lansangan. Bago po natin simulan ang ating pagdinig ngayong araw, nais ko lamang magbahagi ng isang sipi mula sa isang eksena sa pelikulang Calibre 45. Calibre 45 ng dakilang Fernando Poe Jr., ama ng ating kasamahan na si Senator Grace Poe. Ang baril ay isang kasangkapan lamang. Para bang ang lagari at martilyo, kasangkapan ng karpintero. Ang thermometer at stethoscope, kasangkapan ng doktor. Ang baril ay kasangkapan ng batas at ng mga alagad ng batas. Kaya dapat igalang ang baril. Huwag ipagbibiro, huwag ipagyayabang, huwag ipananakot, tsaka huwag ituturo. Ang baril binubunot lamang sa sukdulang pagkakataon at ginagamit ito para ipagtanggol ang kanyang sarili at ng iba laban sa kasamahan.